Hello, how are you? Our lesson from Unit 2, Lesson 1. It's about congruency. At first, what is the meaning of congruent? The two polygons are congruent if their corresponding sides are equal in length and their corresponding angles are equal in measure. For example, in the two opposite polygons, if AP AB equals XY and BC here equals YZ and CD equals LZ and DE equals LM and AE equals XM. So we can say the corresponding sides are equal in length. Number 2. Measure of angle A equals measure of angle X and measure of angle E equals measure of angle M and measure of angle D equals measure of angle L and measure of angle C equals measure of angle Z and measure of angle B equals measure of angle Y. Then the polygon ABCDE is congruent to the polygon XYZLM, and we write the polygon ABCDE. This sign, the three lines here, mean congruent. The polygon XYZLM. Remark: the two congruent polygons should be written in the same order of their corresponding vertices. For example, if the two opposite triangles are congruent, then we write in the triangle ABC congruent to the triangle XYZ, and angle A is congruent the angle X, and angle B is congruent to angle Y, and angle C is congruent to angle Z. Remark 2. If the two polygons are congruent, then each side and each angle in one of them is congruent to its corresponding element in the other polygon. For example, the polygon ABCD congruent to the polygon XYZL. Then number 1, AB congruent to or equals to XY. We say at first that two polygons are congruent. Then the corresponding sides should be equal in length and the corresponding angles should be equal in measure. AB equals XY and BC equals YZ and CD equals LZ and AD equals LX. This for the sides. What about the angles? Measure of angle A equals measure of angle X and measure of angle D equal measure of angle L and measure of angle B equal measure of angle Y and measure of angle C equals the measure of angle Z. Then the two polygons are congruent. Special cases. Number 1. Two squares are congruent if the side length of one of them equals the side length of the other. For example, we say that the square ABCD congruent to the square XYZL if AB equals XY. We know that square has four equal sides. So if we say AB equals XY, then the two squares are, or we can say they are congruent. Number 2. The two rectangles are congruent if the length of one of them equals the length of the other and the width of one of them equals the other. In the other way, the two rectangles are congruent if the two dimensions of one of them equals the two dimensions of the other. For example, we say that the rectangle ABCD congruent the rectangle XYZL if we say that AB equals XY and BC equals YZ. Number 3. Equality of corresponding sides of two triangles is enough to be congruent triangles. This is because the equality of the corresponding sides of the two triangles leads to equality of their corresponding angles. For example, We say that the triangle ABC congruent the triangle XYZ XYZ because AB equals XY. We have here AB equals XY and BC equals YZ and CA equals XZ. Complete. Two polygons are congruent if their corresponding sides are points in length are equal in length and their corresponding angles are equal in measure. The two squares are congruent if the side length of one of them is point to the side length of the other is equal to the side length of the other. Two rectangles are congruent if the two dimensions of one of them are equal to the two dimensions of the other. Letter D. Any two triangles are congruent if each side is congruent to its corresponding side in the other triangle. Letter E. A diagonal of the rectangle divides into two congruent triangles. If we have here a rectangle and the diagonal which connects between the points is divide the rectangle into two congruent triangles. If the triangle ABC congruent the triangle RST, then measure of angle B equals P here is the middle letter, so it's equal congruent the angle here letter S the middle letter, so measure of angle B is congruent the angle S. If the triangle ABC congruent the triangle DEF, then BC congruent EF. The square of side length 4 cm is congruent the square whose area, we know the area of square is side length times side length, so it's b 4 times 4 equals 16. To the square is b congruent. The square of side length 5 cm is congruent to another square whose perimeter, we know that the perimeter of a square equals side length times 4, so we'll multiply number 5 by 4. 5 times 4 equals 20 cm. If the two opposite figures are congruent, complete. Mn equals, we have here Mn equals what? Equals Tz. Letter B, No equal, No here equal Yz or Zy. OP equal, we have here OP equals Yx or Xy. Letter D, PM equal, we have here PM equals xt or tx. Measure of angle M equals, we have here measure of angle M equals measure of angle T. Letter F, measure of angle N. Measure of angle N is equal measure of angle Z. Measure of angle O equals measure of angle Y. Measure of angle P equals measure of angle X. It's the end of our lesson. Thank you for listening and see you. Bye.